your people. Okay, so I've got another one. Now, I spotted this, and as far as I can see on the web, this is another first. No one's put these dots together, not at all. It's a first, and I'm getting good at spotting them now because you start just seeing them. They start popping through. Yeah, so and this one came to me with a thought, an idea, and so I just Googled it, and I saw it straight away. So let's get straight into it. So I believe that Jordan Peterson, the recently famous, supposedly right-wing psychologist from Canada, was also Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppet Show. And there he is there. Now, I had to Google what Jim Henson looked like because I had no idea what he looked like. Because obviously he was behind the scenes, but I didn't know what he looked like at all. But I was a big fan of the Muppet Show as a kid. I absolutely loved the Muppet Show, and still, like them to this day. They're just an amazing creation, just brilliant. I absolutely loved the Muppet Show as a kid. Used to dance to the album. But yeah, I had no idea what Jim Henson looked like. I really didn't. Maybe I'd seen him, but I had no idea what he looked like. So I Googled him, and as soon as I Googled him, straight away, I saw it. I was like, yep, definitely the same person. So I knew I was on the right track because he just looked the same. And the reason why I Googled it and the idea came from was just out of the blue. Jordan Peterson popped up on something and I heard him talking. And, people always said he sounded like Kermit the Frog. And as this popped up and I listened to this, I was like, oh yeah, he does sound like Kermit the Frog. I wonder if he was played by Jim Henson because I know how they work. And that's when I Googled it and I saw his face. I was like, yes, I'm onto it. Now, personally, I was well into Jordan Peterson at one point, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I got well into him, and I really appreciated him because he came in at a time where I felt like the feminism was overwhelming the world, especially on social media, and it was like, what is going on? But obviously, this is all by design. They create this by design, overwhelm everything with feminism, and then they bring in the things to counteract what they've originally brought in. And this was Jordan Peterson coming in, arguing for men, sticking up for men, going against feminism and arguing intellectually because he's a clinical psychologist, with amazing answers. And I was just like, yeah, this guy's a legend. Like, he was speaking my thoughts. And I study psychology, especially Carl Jung. But the moment I started to question him was when I heard his discussion on Israel and Palestine conflict. And he was basically saying who's right, who could say. And so I knew at that point that he was part of the system. So that's when I started sort of moving away from watching his videos and whatever. But I did watch his videos for a fair bit and I learned a lot. And he's a very intellectual guy and he knows a lot. But like once you realise they're part of it and they are controlled opposition, like Russell Brand, he is controlled opposition, like the many controlled oppositions. You move away from these people. And, the more you do this, the more you see these people at controlled oppositions, the more you see they all are controlled opposition if they're given a platform. So let's get into it. So here's Jim Henson here doing the Masonic finger to the head, so we know that he's part of it. And here's Jordan Peterson doing a very subtle 666, so we know he's part of it. It's very hard to find him doing symbolism, but I found that one, so we know he's part of it. And so let's look at the heights of Jordan Peterson. Obviously, the age, he's born June 12th, 1962, which makes him 59, but his height is 6'1". So Jim Henson, born in 1936, died in 1990. Very convenient. Diet killed him off. Play another character. And his height is 6'1", so we're bang on. Very unusual. They've even made him the same height. So here he is with a linking to Elmo, saying that he was a disgrace to Jim Henson's legacy. So there's a nice little link there. So yeah, there's obviously Jim Henson with Kermit. And as I said, the reason why this came to me is because I suddenly heard him speak, and I remember everyone would talk about that Jordan Henson sounded like Kermit, and there he is with a Kermit because he plays on that, because he knows and jokes about that he sounds like Kermit. So let's listen to the two voices and compare them.
The problem is I probably believe that, but I don't know. I'm amazed at my own belief, and I don't understand it. Like,
well, it's a kind of a fleecing fabric. The first Kermit was made out of. Watch there, will you? The first Kermit I made.
The problem is I probably believe that, but I don't know. I'm amazed at my own belief, and I don't understand it.
I mean, that's blatant. They got the same voices there. There may be a slight little bit difference, but that's the same voices. He sounds like Kermit and Jim Henson, and he sounds like Jim Henson. He sounds like both characters. So yeah, they make a big thing of it. I mean, just check this clip on the Stephen Corbett show where they have Kermit and use the voice of Jordan Peterson as Kermit.
This is mainstream doctrine, Joe. I mean, look up the gender unicorn. That's a fun thing to look up.
So yeah, it's like a big joke. It's an ongoing joke. They're putting it, right out there in your face, hidden in plain sight, as they do all the time. But this one's particularly blatant, and I can't believe I didn't see it or anyone else has seen it until now. But as I said, I'm the first person. No one has put these links together. But I'm 100% on this, no doubt. Check this out. Mia Sara is an actress best known for her role in Sloane Peterson, and she is married to Brian Henson. That is Jim Henson's son. So she was known as Sloane Peterson in Ferret Bueller's Day Off, and she's married to Brian Henson's son. This is the kind of thing they do. Another link. So when you look at the photos of Henson when he was younger, you can start to see it more. It's like, there's that beard, same sort of hair, slightly different. He has a side parting, but he's got a long face, he's got a long nose, the beard and the ears. It's the ears as well, they slightly stick out, those ears. He's got the same ears. I mean, it's blatant. It's blatant, blatant. So let's look at Jordan Peterson's wife. This is his wife here, Tammy Roberts, or Tammy Peterson. I'm not sure if she's changed her name or not, but she was known as Tammy Roberts. There he is doing the 666, as I said earlier. So this is Jim Henson's wife there, Jane Henson. And this is Jordan Peterson's wife, Tammy. Now you can see the same sort of look, that same nose, same sort of eyes, same eyebrows. They change things, makeup, whatever, make them young, make them old. But, she's got the same look to her. So, yeah, I mean, for me, another blatant one. I'm 100% on this one. He looks the same. The wife is the same. The connection with the Peterson name, they always leave links. The Kermit thing is so big and so blatant, it's almost, staring you in the face until you notice it. So I hope this is another good one, going to wake people up. But yeah, I mean, they all just actors, and Jordan Peterson is an actor, and that's a big thing that people need to realise, because a lot of people follow him. But he's just another actor, controlled opposition. He's part of the show. He's just another puppet. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace!